Other top story tonight, new details on the break-in at the campaign office for Katie Hobbs, the Democrat running for Arizona governor.
Police say they have arrested the man who was caught on surveillance cameras. Police say 36-year-old Daniel Mota dos Reis stole several items from Hobbs' campaign office. Yesterday, an officer watching Arizona's family says he recognized dos Reis because he had just arrested him earlier that very same day for another unrelated burglary. So they booked him for these new charges as well. This break-in has caused a lot of drama in the race for Arizona governor.
Dennis Welch is here in the studio tonight to talk about the new war of words between Hobbs and her Republican opponent Kari Lake. Morgan Lowe has exclusive new audio of a death threat against Hobbs. We're going to begin with Dennis, who spoke exclusively with Katie Hobbs earlier this evening. Dennis?
Yeah, and within the past hour, I talked to Katie Hobbs about this break-in that has really dominated the headlines for the past 24 hours. She spoke to me about the arrest and criticized Lake for implying that her campaign staged the break-in of her own office just to score some political points in the final weeks of this race.
The fact that her immediate response to this break-in was to accuse me of a crime, of making this up, tells you everything you need to know. She is absolutely, instead of condemning these violent acts, instead of supporting police in doing their work, she's continuing to gin up this kind of rhetoric.
And just a few minutes ago, Lake wrapped up a press conference where she attacked the media for how it reported on this burglary. The Republican nominee also slammed Hobbs for initially suggesting last night that it was Lake's heated rhetoric that led to the break-in.
She's willing to make up complete bogus stories. She knew that I had nothing to do with that break-in, and yet she perpetuated that lie. You guys all fell for it, and she knew you'd fall for it.
And this high-stakes race has really drawn a whole lot of national and even international media attention now. Right now, the polls show that Hobbs and Lake are running neck and neck. And also during our conversation, Hobbs told us that she thinks Lake and her political rhetoric is contributing to a very dangerous political environment right now, guys.
Yeah, and Lake saying late today that she's acknowledging it's a very contentious race, but then she also said that her family, herself, have received threats as well, and so she says it goes both ways.
Yeah, and she says, like, it's contributing to all that, and that Lake is not doing anything to tamp any of that down. That press conference with Lake today, she spent a lot of time there bashing on the media again. It's a very central part of her campaign, has been from the very beginning.
All right, Dennis, thank you very much.